You are going to die broke. Not maybe. Not possibly. Statistically, it is already decided. Right now, your salary lands in your account, and before you even breathe, it is already gone. Bills, subscriptions, things you forgot you even pay for. You tell yourself, next month I will save. Next month becomes next year. Next year becomes your whole life. 95 out of every 100 people will reach retirement with nothing. Not enough. Nothing. That number includes you right now. And the worst part? Nobody told you this was happening to you. They designed it that way. What I am about to show you, they spent billions making sure you never find out. Stay. Every second of this matters. There are 7 traps. You are already inside at least 4 of them, and you do not even feel the walls. This is not about budgeting. This is not about cutting your coffee. This is about the system that was built to keep you poor. The next 20 minutes will permanently change how you see every dollar you earn. You cannot unsee what you are about to learn. My name is Marcus, and what I'm about to tell you cost me everything to learn. His name was Daniel, 25 years old. Good job, steady income. He thought he was doing everything right. He got paid every 2 weeks. Rent, car payment, phone bill. By day 10, the account was hollow. He was not reckless. He was not stupid. He was just never taught how the trap works. Daniel had 1 credit card, then 2, then 4. Each one felt like a solution. Each one was a chain. He told himself he deserved the upgrade. New phone, better car, nicer apartment. He was buying comfort with his future. At 35, Daniel had a good salary. He also had 0 savings and $23,000 in debt. His parents had told him, get a good job. Nobody told him what to do after. The map ended at the paycheck. Daniel is not a failure. Daniel is the result. The exact result the system was designed to produce. You know Daniel. Maybe you are Daniel. Because his story started exactly like yours. The paycheck comes in. You feel relief for exactly 48 hours. Then the anxiety crawls back. You scroll through social media. Someone your age just bought a house. You close the app and feel a little less. That feeling has a name. It is called financial shame. And it is one of the most powerful control tools ever created. Daniel finally asked someone for help, a financial advisor, who sold him a product. Not freedom. The people who are supposed to help you are paid to keep you dependent. That is not cynicism. That is the business model. Daniel is 42 now, still working, still behind, still telling himself, one day. One day is not a plan. One day is how 95% of people hand their entire lives to the system. But Daniel's story does not have to be yours. That is why you are still watching. Something in you already knows there is another way. What comes next are the 7 rules they never taught Daniel. They will not teach them to you either. So I will. Before the rules, I need you to stop. Right now. Just for a moment. Look at your bank account today. How does that number make you feel? Safe? Anxious? Ashamed? That feeling, that is the trap talking. You did not create this feeling. It was installed into you by a system that profits from your financial fear. Financial fear makes you spend more, not less. That is not an accident. That is the design. You buy things to feel in control. The moment passes, the debt stays. I am not judging you. I am describing the exact mechanism that has been running your financial life without your permission. The awareness you feel right now, that discomfort in your chest, that is the first crack in the trap. Now I am going to give you the tools to break through it completely. Rule 1. Pay close attention. Rule 1. Pay yourself before you pay anyone else. not what is left. First. Always first. Right now your money flows like this. Income in, expenses out. Whatever is left. You. That order is the reason you stay broke. The rich reverse this order. Income in, their portion first. Then expenses. The sequence is everything. You think you will save what is left. There is never anything left. Because expenses always grow to fill available money. Parkinson's law. Your expenses will always expand to consume every dollar you make. You got a raise last year. Are you richer? Or did your lifestyle just get more expensive? That is lifestyle inflation. And it is silent. And it is deadly. And 95% of people never see it happening. The fix is ruthless simplicity. The moment income arrives, 20% moves automatically. Before your hands touch a single dollar. Not 10%. Not when you feel like it. 20%. Automatic. Non-negotiable. Every single time. You will say, I cannot afford 20%. That thought is the trap itself. You cannot afford not to do this. Start at 5% if 20 feels impossible. But start today. Not Monday. Not January. Today. Automation removes willpower from the equation. You cannot spend what you never see. That is the entire secret of this rule. Every wealthy person on earth does this. Not because they have more, because they protected theirs first. Your employer pays you last, after taxes. Your landlord gets paid first, before you eat. When do you get paid? This is not a savings tip. This is a declaration of financial ownership. You are saying, I come first, always. The accounts that grow quietly belong to people who decided one thing. My future matters more than today's comfort. You will adjust to less. Humans always do. But you will not adjust to having nothing at 65. The bill collectors are relentless. Your future self cannot send you a bill, so you ignore it. Until you cannot. Pay yourself first. Set it to automatic. Never negotiate with yourself about it again. That is Rule 1. Engrave it. Because Rule 2 is going to hit even harder. Rule 2. Your debt is not your fault. But staying in it, that is entirely your choice. Consumer debt is the most sophisticated trap ever engineered. It was designed by the smartest financial minds on earth, specifically for people like you. They call it a credit card, a helpful tool, financial flexibility. What it actually is, a wealth extraction machine. The average credit card interest rate is 22%. Your savings account pays you 0.5%. That gap is not an accident. That is the game. You borrow $1,000. You pay back $1,400. They did nothing. They made $400 from your desperation. And they make it so easy to get in. 0% for 12 months. Month 13, the trap springs shut. Every minimum payment you make pays mostly interest. The principal barely moves. The clock never stops. The avalanche method. Attack the highest interest debt first. Throw every extra dollar at it. Everything. Not the smallest balance. Not what feels good. The highest interest rate. Because math does not care about your feelings. When that one falls, every dollar that was going there now attacks the next one. The momentum builds so fast it will shock you. People wipe out $30,000 in debt within 24 months this way. Stop adding to the pile. While you pay down, you do not charge up. The leak cannot close while the tap runs. Freeze the card if you have to. Literally put it in a block of ice. Make it inconvenient to use. Inconvenience saves lives. Debt is renting your future to pay for your past. Every month you carry it, you are paying for something you already consumed. Good debt builds assets. Bad debt funds lifestyles. Most people only know the second kind. A mortgage on a property that earns income. Good debt. A credit card for a vacation you forgot. Bad debt. The difference determines your entire financial life. You were never taught to tell the difference. They preferred you confused. A confused borrower is a profitable borrower. Once the debt is gone, that same monthly payment becomes your investment. The chain becomes a ladder. The day you make your last debt payment is the day your financial life actually begins. Everything before that was warm-up. Rule 2 done. Now the next 8 pairs will rewrite what you think you know about your own brain. Harvard University, 2016. A study that shook the entire financial psychology world, and nobody talked about it. They tracked 2,400 people across 25 years. Same income levels, same education, same starting point. Completely different outcomes. The variable was not intelligence, not luck, not connections. It was a single psychological habit. People who delayed gratification consistently accumulated 847% more wealth than those who spent for immediate pleasure. 847%. Not a little more. Not twice as much. Almost 9 times more wealth. Same income. The brain is wired for now. The system knows this and feeds it. Every advertisement is engineered to kill your delay muscle. Every time you swipe before you think, they win. Every time you wait, you win. You have that muscle. It has just been deliberately weakened. Rule 3 is how you rebuild it. Rule 3. Master the 72-hour rule before every non-essential purchase, every single time. No exceptions. You see something you want. You feel the pull instantly. That feeling is manufactured, and it has an expiration date. 72 hours later, you will not even want it anymore. That is not discipline. That is biology. Use it. Retailers know the purchase decision happens in seconds. That is why they put the checkout button so large. That is why limited time offers expire tonight. Urgency is artificial. The sale will come back. The product will still exist tomorrow. They lied to your nervous system. Apply this rule to everything. Clothes, electronics, food upgrades, subscriptions, every non-essential, 72 hours minimum. The money you do not spend is already yours. Not saved, kept. There is a difference. Learn it. Every impulse you defeat is a soldier that crosses to your side. Your financial army grows one decision at a time. Stop shopping as entertainment. Browsing is not free. Every scroll seeds a want that was not there before. The algorithm knows what breaks your resistance. It has been studying you longer than any human has. You are up against a machine designed to make you spend. Protect your attention like money, because attention is money. Where your focus goes, your wealth flows or drains. Unsubscribe from retail emails today, not tomorrow. Every promotional email is a trained assassin targeting your savings. Delete shopping apps from your phone. Make desire inconvenient. Friction is your greatest financial ally. The richest people on earth have the simplest lives. Same clothes, same meals, same routines. Decision fatigue is real and expensive. Every decision you make costs mental energy. The more trivial decisions you eliminate, the stronger your financial decisions become. Simplify, protect, delay. These 3 actions are worth more than any investment tip you will ever read. Most people believe wealth is about earning more. The wealthy know it is about leaking less. The bucket matters more than the tap. Audit your subscriptions this week. Netflix, gym, apps, streaming. You are paying monthly for things you forgot existed. The average person wastes $200 monthly on subscriptions they never use. $2,400 a year. Gone. Silently. Rule 3 is your financial immune system. Build it strong. because what comes next is the most misunderstood rule of wealth. I want you to think about someone you love, a parent, a partner, a child. Now ask, what happens to them if you die broke? This is not about fear. This is about love expressed financially. Caring for them means building something they can land on. Your parents may have done everything they could, but nobody taught them either. The cycle of financial poverty is generational, until someone breaks it. You watching this, you are that person, the one who breaks it. Or you are not. The choice is being made right now. Wealth is not about things. Wealth is about options. The option to say no. The option to leave. The option to choose. Without money, every decision is made under pressure. Your job, your relationships, your health. Poverty does not just affect your wallet. It colonizes your entire life. You deserve better than what the system offered you. And the people you love deserve better too. That is not motivation. That is a debt you owe them. Now, back to the rules. Rule 4 is where the real power begins. This one changes everything. Rule 4. Make your money work while you sleep. Because trading time for money is a trap with no exit. Every hour you trade for a wage has a ceiling. There are only 24 hours. You cannot trade more than you have. The wealthy understood this young. Active income builds the seed. Passive income is the tree. You do not need to be rich to start investing. You need to start investing to become rich. The sequence matters, and almost everyone gets it backwards. $100 invested at 22 years old becomes $2,600 by retirement, without you touching it, without you working for it. The same $100 invested at 40 becomes $350. Time is the only variable, and you are burning it right now. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. The one who understands it earns it. The one who does not pays it. You do not need to pick stocks. You do not need a financial advisor. A simple index fund beats 80% of professional fund managers. The market has never, not once, failed to be higher 20 years later than where it was. Not once in over 100 years of recorded data. The people who lost money in the market sold during the dip. Panic is the only way to actually lose. Dollar cost averaging. Invest the same amount every month regardless of price. Let the math do the work. Remove the emotion. When the market drops, celebrate. You are buying the same asset on sale. The wealthy love a market crash. You were taught to fear it. Your pension, if you have one, is not enough. The numbers do not work for the retirement you deserve. Social Security was designed to keep you alive, not to fund a life. There is a massive difference. Build multiple streams, dividends, rental income, digital products, index funds. Each stream adds a layer of armor between you and poverty. You do not need all of them. You need to start one. One stream changes everything. Then you build the second. The wealthy do not have one income. They have systems. Systems do not sleep. Systems do not call in sick. You are one medical emergency from financial disaster. One job loss from collapse. Single income with zero assets is the most dangerous financial position alive. Start building today with what you have, not what you wish you had. The tools that exist right now are more powerful than at any point in history. Rule 4 embedded. Now brace yourself. The next 8 pairs will reveal what they did to your spending brain. Stanford University, 2019. Neuroscience Department. Spending Behavior Study. The results were classified as psychologically alarming. They found that paying with a credit card activates the same brain reward pathway as receiving a gift. Paying with cash activates the pain center. Swiping plastic feels like winning. They engineered this on purpose. People spend an average of 83% more when paying by card versus cash. 83%. Every single time. Contactless payment made it even worse. One tap. No pain. No processing. Your brain never even registers the loss. The banks and retailers funded this research, then built their entire system around it. The checkout process is not convenient. It is weaponized. Use cash for discretionary spending. Feel every note leave your hand. The physical pain of cash is your most powerful spending brake. You now know what your brain was hacked to do. Rule 5 will show you how to hack it back in your favor. For once, Rule 5. Build your financial identity before you build your financial plan. Who you believe you are determines every dollar you keep or lose. If you secretly believe you are bad with money, you will prove yourself right. Every single time. Without fail, identity drives behavior. Behavior creates results. Results confirm identity. The loop runs itself. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your identity. Change who you believe you are, and the behavior follows automatically. Stop saying, "I am trying to save money." Start saying, "I am someone who builds wealth." The language is not cosmetic, it is structural. The people around you shape your financial identity, more than any book, more than any course. Show me your 5 closest people. I will show you your bank balance. You are the financial average of your closest circle, not the smartest, not the richest, the average. And averages are brutal. This does not mean abandon your friends. It means deliberately add people who operate at a higher level. One mentor is worth 10 self-help books. Read about money every day. Not headlines, not news. Timeless principles. The books that have not aged. Your brain is plastic. It physically rewires based on what you repeatedly expose it to. Feed it wealth psychology, and it will think wealthy. Stop consuming content that celebrates broke behavior. The shows that glamorize debt. The influencers that flex borrowed money. Borrowed flex is financial suicide in slow motion. They buy the car to look wealthy. The wealthy buy assets and drive whatever gets them there. Your financial identity is under construction every day. The bricks are your daily money decisions. You are building either a vault or a trap. Choose consciously. Track your spending for 30 days. Not to punish yourself, to become conscious of the machine you have been running unconsciously. You cannot change what you cannot see. Awareness precedes everything. The wealthy watch their numbers obsessively, not from fear, from power. Write your net worth down today. Whatever the number is, own it. You cannot build from a number you refuse to look at. Net worth grows when you stop performing wealth and start building it. Performance costs money. Building creates it. Nobody who is truly wealthy posts their wealth online. The ones posting are still buying it on credit. Real wealth is quiet. Loud broke is everywhere. Become obsessed with your number growing. Make it a game you play every month. The scoreboard is your net worth statement. Rule 5 is identity. Lock it in. Because what comes next exposes the enemy that has been working against you from the beginning. Your enemy is not your boss, not your landlord, not the economy. Your enemy is a system that was specifically designed for you to fail in. The financial system profits from your confusion. The more confused you are, the more you borrow. The more you borrow, the richer they get. They designed school to produce workers, not investors, not owners. Workers who need wages. Wages that are never quite enough. The tax code was written by the wealthy. For the wealthy. The person who earns wages pays the highest percentage. Always. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is published tax law, available to anyone who reads it. Almost nobody does. Inflation is a hidden tax. Every year, your money sits idle. It loses purchasing power. Silently. Automatically. Savings accounts pay 0.5%. Inflation runs at 3 to 7%. You are losing money every year by being responsible. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as intended. The question is, which side of it will you operate from? Anger is the right response, but anger without action is just energy wasted. Use it. Channel it. Build with it. Now you see the enemy clearly, and now Rule 6 gives you the weapon that the enemy does not want you to have. Rule 6. Understand tax like your life depends on it, because financially, it does. You pay tax on every dollar you earn as a wage. Business owners pay tax on what remains after expenses. That one difference is worth millions over a lifetime. The wealthy do not earn income. They create vehicles that generate income. The vehicle pays expenses. What remains is taxed at a lower rate. A side business changes your tax position entirely. Every legitimate business expense reduces your taxable income. The government literally rewards those who build things: your home office, your phone, your education. When connected to a legitimate business, these reduce your taxes. This is not a loophole. This is the law as written. ISAs in the UK, Roth IRA in the US, tax-free growth, legally protected. And most people have never maximized either. Maximize your tax-advantaged accounts first. Every pound and every dollar inside them grows without the government taking a cut. Capital gains tax is lower than income tax. In most jurisdictions, significantly lower. The rich earn capital gains. The poor earn wages. You cannot win a rigged game by playing by the rules taught to you. You win by learning the rules the other side plays by. Get an accountant before you think you need one. The money they save you in the first year will pay for them 10 times over. Tax knowledge is not for accountants. It is for you. Because nobody will protect your money as hard as you will. The wealthy spend more on tax advice than most people earn in a year. Because the return is always greater. Always. Stop leaving money on the table every April. Every unclaimed deduction is a donation to a government that already takes enough. Legal tax reduction is not immoral. It is required. You have a moral obligation to protect what you earn. The system will not remind you of your deductions. It will not flag what you left unclaimed. It quietly keeps it and waits for you to remain ignorant. Knowledge of tax law is the single highest ROI skill you can learn. Higher than coding. Higher than marketing. Because it applies to every dollar you ever earn. 1 hour studying your country's tax code is worth more than 10 hours of overtime. You pay more in taxes than you realize. Learn to keep more. Start with retirement accounts, then investment accounts, then the business structure. Build the layers in order. Every year you delay costs you compounding money. Not just this year's tax. Every year that deferred tax could have been growing for you. Rule 6 is power. Financial power that the system hid in plain sight. Rule 7 is where everything comes together. Princeton University, 2013. Researchers studied the cognitive impact of financial scarcity. The findings were devastating. Financial stress consumes the equivalent of 13 IQ points. 13. The cognitive bandwidth stolen by poverty equals being clinically sleep-deprived. You cannot think clearly about money when you are terrified about money. They created a loop that feeds itself. The study found that poor financial decisions are often not a character flaw. They are the direct result of cognitive overload from financial stress. This means the system is perfectly engineered. Keep people stressed about money. and their ability to escape shrinks automatically. The moment you get 1 month ahead, your brain begins to function at a higher level. 1 month of breathing room changes your entire decision quality. Building a 1-month emergency fund is not boring financial advice. It is a cognitive upgrade. You are literally buying back your intelligence. Start there. 1 month, then 3, then 6. Each layer added returns more of your cognitive power. And with a clearer mind, Rule 7 becomes possible. Rule 7. Play the long game when everyone else wants it now. This single rule separates the 5% from the 95%. Wealth is not built in a year. It is not built in 5. It is built in decades. And the clock starts the moment you decide. The get-rich-quick promise is the oldest trap in history. It preys on impatience. And impatience is the most expensive personality trait you can have. The people who fall for fast money schemes were people just like you. Smart, frustrated, desperate for a different life. The scheme takes your capital, your most important resource, startup money, gone. And you are now further behind than when you started. Boring wins, index funds, consistent savings, real skills, time. The boring formula has produced more millionaires than anything else in history. Invest in yourself relentlessly. Every skill that increases your income compounds exactly like money does. The highest paid skill of the next decade is the ability to create value independently. Not as an employee, as a creator, as a builder. The internet removed every barrier. Your product, your knowledge, your skill can reach millions of people with zero startup cost. One valuable skill, packaged and delivered at scale, changes a financial life permanently. Not a gig, a real transferable asset. Every wealthy person you admire bet on themselves before anyone else did. The conviction came before the evidence. You are waiting for permission, for the right time, for the right amount. None of those are coming. The gate does not open from the outside. Play the long game with your health too, because financial wealth without physical health is a race to spend your money surviving. Sleep, movement, real food. These are not wellness trends. These are the cognitive infrastructure your wealth-building brain runs on. Play the long game with your relationships. The people who will help you most are people you have not even met yet. Your network is your net worth. Not as a cliche, as a documented economic reality studied by sociologists for 50 years. Delayed gratification, consistent action, compounding time. These three forces together are unstoppable. No force in the financial universe can stop all three working in concert. The 95% will watch this and feel inspired. For a day, maybe a week, then nothing changes. Because inspiration without architecture fails. The 5% will watch this and build one system, then another, then another. Systems do not depend on motivation. That is their power. Which one are you? Not who you want to be, who you are going to be. Starting from this moment, Daniel came back to me 6 months ago. Same Daniel from the story, but different. Something had shifted. He automated 15% of his income on day one. He attacked his highest interest card first. He deleted every shopping app from his phone. 6 months in, his debt dropped by $9,000. His savings hit $4,000 for the first time in his life. His anxiety dropped. His decisions sharpened. He did not win the lottery. He did not start a viral business. He just stopped bleeding and started building. You have the same tools he used. You have the same rules I just gave you. The only variable left is your decision. The trap is real. The system is real. But the exit is also real. And you now know where it is. 95% will die broke. But that number is not fixed. Every person who watches this and acts changes the statistic. The system counted on you staying confused. You are no longer confused. That changes everything. 7 rules. Rule 1. Pay yourself first automatically. Rule 2. Destroy debt with precision. Rule 3. Master the 72-hour rule on every purchase. Rule 4. Make money work while you sleep. 2 more pillars in your foundation. Rule 5. Build your financial identity first. Rule 6. Understand tax and stop leaving money behind. The structure is almost complete. Rule 7. Play the long game without exception. All 7 pillars in place. This is the architecture of the 5%. Now I need you to do one thing, not 7. 1. Pick the rule that hurts most to hear. Start there. The rule that stings, that is the one. Because discomfort is your compass. It always points directly at the work that needs doing. Share this with someone, not to seem smart. Because there is someone in your life who needs this and will not find it alone. The comment section is open. Tell me, which rule hits hardest for you? Your answer tells me exactly what video to make next. Subscribe. Not for me. Because the next video will matter just as much as this one. Every video on this channel is built on one belief. You deserve to know how this works, and nobody else is going to tell you. Wealth Trap exists because the trap is real, and someone has to name it. That is what we do here. Every single video. You came in as a statistic. You are leaving as someone who knows better. What you do with that is entirely yours. Next video, we go deeper. Why your brain was wired to stay poor before you were old enough to choose. That one will change how you see your entire childhood. I am Marcus. This is Wealth Trap. And the trap only works if you stay asleep.